Right now, Chris Paul isn't even on an NBA team. Well, to fix that, I just gave him, so to say, I guess you could say, a happy ending. And by doing that, as you could see, I gave him a 99 overall. And that doesn't mean I gave him a 99 to all his attributes. See, I just kind of made it more to his prime, but a little bit better because we're trying to make him a 99 overall. And he was never a 99 overall in his prime, but he was really good. So I try to not copy, but try and make it as realistic as possible. And for his badges, I gave him, just as you could see, some shooting badges, playmaking badges. He's obviously a playmaker. If you know Chris Paul, defending, he was always he was all NBA, but he just wasn't the best interior defender, I guess, against big men. And I'm gonna simulate. Always have CPU. Okay, hold on, give me. All right, there. All right, game first 2 days, and looks like, let me see. Oh, that's all just GMs. Cause I always have CPU. Oops, dang it. All right, let me see. Transaction reports. Wizards fired. Nope. Hold on 1 second. All right, Chris Paul was just signed. It looks like he was just signed to the Magic. And wow, is that interesting. Because, wow, look, he's a top player in the league even. Nikola Jokic is right behind him. But anyways, I gotta find the Magic. But that's interesting because if you're a Magic fan, you know that you guys could honestly use, a facilitator. You guys could use a shooter. Chris Paul looks like he's averaging 11. Has he played any games? Let's see how many games he's played so far. This is probably his first game. Yeah, games played 1. Anyways, look at the point guards for you guys have Jalen Suggs, and then before you had Jalen Suggs and Anthony Black facilitating. Jalen Suggs, I mean, no disrespect, but he's not, he's not the point guard, facilitator type. He's mainly, give you some points, pass the ball when needed. Same thing with the rest of your team pretty much. But, the Magic really could use that shooting. So let me switch my team to the Magic. Whatever team Chris Paul goes to is the team that we're going to be simulating with, obviously. So alright, so I got us to the Magic, and really I thought the Magic could be doing better with the addition of Chris Paul. How's he not even scoring? Wait, hold on, let me check. Roster, Chris Paul, edits, attributes. Yeah, he's got scoring attributes. Not everything's at a 99, but shouldn't be. Badges, he's got badges. Oh, wait. Oh, hot zones. I don't think I did these. Just gonna give him, just good hot zones, because, well, I don't know about from 3. I'll just make it neutral for the 3-pointers. There. Now, what about, I think, tendencies? Oh, it's because its tendencies aren't high. All right, let me. I'll do this real quick, and I'll show you guys, or I'll finish simulating the season once I do this. I completely forgot about this. All right, I just set his tendencies. Obviously not at a layup, and I just again kind of went and see alley-oop. I should put that a little bit higher. I kind of went back to like his prime, but plus some to try and make this build. So yeah, that's on me that his first handful of games haven't been good scoring. Chris Paul averaging 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists a game, which is crazy because that's kind of like what he did earlier in his career. See, in Phoenix, 10 assists. In Los Angeles, he was putting up a 10, almost 11 assists. But he always did that. That's always what he did. He was a pass first scores second type of guy, which honestly, him scoring 14 points or 13 points at this stage of his career is honestly probably just because he's older, you know. I had to put his tendencies and attributes more realistic to his age too. You know, you can't have him out here moving like Giannis. You know, he's only 6 feet tall and he's 40 years old. So, you know, trying to make it realistic, but also trying to make it fun. But anyways, yeah, I'll just simulate to the end of the season and put trades on automatic. Season's about wrapped up any day now. All right, Anthony Edwards wins MVP. Rookie of the Year, Cooper Flag. Sixth Man of the Year, Naz Reid. Wow, so Naz Reid putting up 16 and Anthony Edwards MVP. DPOY, Victor Wembanyama. Most improved, Neemi's Kadek. Bro, this guy always is in the most improved. Like, I mean, 8 points, 8 rebounds. I don't know what bro was doing before, but Luka Doncic, Clutch Player of the Year, only 26 points. Coach of the Year, Mike Brown. Executive of the Year, Ralph Gibson. NBA Cup MVP, Cade. Here's All NBA First Team. Here's All NBA Second. Here's All NBA Third. Here's All Defensive Second. I mean, All Defensive First. You know, nobody on our team is here, which is actually surprising because, you know, there's some good defenders on the Magic. Let's see. Palo's not even a bad defender, you know, 1 steal, 1 block. Franz Wagner, he's just tall pretty much. He's got the height and he plays a 3 spot. Nobody else is like, I mean, Anthony Black, Wendell Carter Jr., they're decent defenders. It's just, I don't know. I would have thought Jonathan Isaac, my fault, is a pretty good defender, but he didn't really play minutes. Anyways, let's see what Chris Paul was averaging. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 9.5 assists, 1 steal, almost a block, 2 turnovers, 48% from the field, 40% from 3 on 27 minutes a night. That's it, which is, you know, pretty good for only 27 minutes. And I'm curious, has he been starting? Yeah, he's been starting for the Magic. He played only 75 games, but that's because he was only, you know, it took him time to get signed, and that was partially on me. Sacramento Kings have been eliminated. I don't care about all these teams. Alright, anyways. We got Milwaukee in round 1. Wait, did it say that Chris Paul was a 98 overall? Yeah, I remember. Alright, so I'll go to badges and make some of his badges. Posterizer, no. Layup mix matcher. Layup mix max. Oh my gosh, okay. Get out of there. Attributes. Driving layup. I don't know. I'm just trying to put him at a 99 overall. Again, free throws. He was actually always a really good really good at free throws. I'll put his steal a little bit higher. Vertical strength. Now he wasn't that strong. I mean, he's strong, but not that strong. Durability doesn't matter. Pass. Oh, how is this not high? This needs to be higher. That's probably what some of this is. His IQ, all that stuff. He's one of the smartest players, honestly. If you guys have seen that one clip of him telling Wemby to go grab the ball, so it's a jump ball, which on Zach Edey, that's honestly crazy smart play. Obviously, you know, for someone to even telling Wemby to go do it instead of him doing it himself because he knows he's shorter. Anyways, Magic lost game 1. Magic take game 2. Magic take game 3. Magic take game 4. All right, so now they're winning. All right, Cavs are out. Bucks are out. All right, Orlando makes it on to round 2, and it's Raptors are out. New York. Okay, so it looks like Indiana made it. All right, so we're going to face Indiana next. They take game 1. They take game 2. All right, so here's what I'll do. Matchups, Tyrese, Halliburton. I'll put Chris Paul and Tyrese Halliburton, and then on Pascal Siakam, I'll put Franz Wagner on him, and then really, I don't know how they're really here. I mean, simulate with Simcast, matchups, go back on that. Yep. Yeah, Pascal Siakam, I guess. Yeah, do I want Palo on him? Yeah, I'll put Palo on him. Yeah, everything else can be automatic. Alright, simulate game. Faster. Alright, so Magic, we're coming back. We were up 6. Now we're up 6 still. But it looks like Magic are really holding a lead. And we kind of pulled away in the end. I do want to see some gameplay action. I think that there was some. Oh, anyways, it's 2-1. I thought that there were some better options, for Chris Paul, places for him to go. I thought he probably could have went to somewhere more exciting where he could lob it up and we could see kind of back to the Lob City era. And oops, wait, no, I want to put Palo on him. And going somewhere maybe like Spurs wouldn't be bad. I don't know, maybe going to, alright, so it looks like the Pacers are gonna win this one. 9-point game, 11-point game. Alright, looks like Pacers are gonna win game 4. So they're up 3-1, which they're the 8th seed, so this is surprising. Hawks are out, Timberwolves are out. Matchups, Tyrese, I'll put Chris Paul on him. Siakam, put Franz Wagner on him, and then Benedict Mathurin, I'll probably put Palo on him. Yeah, nobody else really to worry about. I really don't know how the Pacers are up big this, have a 3-1 lead, but can we come back? Can we win Chris Paul a ring? Giving him a happy ending was really the purpose of this video. Alright, well, the Pacers have beat the Magic, and the Magic are out of there in 5. So maybe, I don't know if he'll retire this year. If he does, then I'm just gonna override his retirement. Mavs win the ring. If he retires, then I'm just gonna override it. And no, he does not retire. So that means we get 2 more seasons of seeing Chris Paul. I do want to see player progression for the Magic. I wonder if there's anything significant. Palo goes up 2. Franz goes up 1. Anthony Black up 3. Oh wait, did Chris Paul leave the Magic? Hold on. Chris Paul, no way he got. Oh my gosh, he went to Washington to go make that bag, huh? 1 year, $54 million contract. Honestly, though, I'm not mad at it, because think about it. You have Bilal Coulibaly and Chris Paul as your backcourt. Hold on, I gotta switch teams to the Wizards now. There they are. I honestly think this could be a good 1 seed. Ignore the plus 25 for Chris Paul. That's just because I added the attributes to him. Alex Sarr goes up 1. Bilal Coulibaly plus 5. And you just see, this is a young team that was constructed to be young. And you can see all the progression here. But anyways, I don't even think that's really bad. Because Alex Sarr is, he's a decent scorer. He grabs rebounds. He's got the defense. I really don't think that's a bad move. I think they could be a playoff team. I just don't know about being a contender, because Chris Paul adding a guy that's averaging about 15, 10, and 5, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, is really the best move. I don't know. KD is going to retire. Let's see. I'll simulate. I guess I'll just simulate there. Take a look. Chris Paul is averaging 22. Well, yeah, he's got the opportunities now. Only 5 assists. Alex Sarr, I don't know. Alright, well, I guess I'll just simulate to trade deadline and see what happens there. And see how everything is going for the team. Alright, it's the trade deadline. Let's take a look at, well, actually, let's see. We're actually the 5th seed in the East right now. Our record is 29 and 23. Let's take a look at our roster. We got Chris Paul. He's averaging 26 points, almost 6 rebounds, almost 8 assists, a steal and a half, and almost a block. and 2 turnovers, but 54% from the field and then 45 from 3. That's amazing on only 28 minutes a night. And then Alex, wait, okay, so look at this. They brought in Benedict Mathurin too. Okay, so looks like the team made a trade, some in-season trades to Zach Edey and Benedict Mathurin. Then Jalen Wells too. Doesn't look, I don't know really this team. Yeah, I don't know any other players, but so Zach Edey, Benedict Mathurin, and Jalen Wells are some players that they brought in. Which, let's see, do they have? No, not really. They got kind of spaces out their positions more, because I remember the team had like a bunch of like shooting guards and small forwards. So they probably traded some of those players. Wait, let's look at what they're averaging. Alex Sarr, 11, almost 12 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Zach Edey, averaging 7 points, almost 8, 7 rebounds, and everything else is mid. Bilal Coulibaly, 10 points. Benedict Mathurin, 22 points. Wow. Okay, Sean George, 8 points. Jalen Wells, 6.5. Alright, I guess we'll just skip through everything else really. So yeah, I put all the trades, extensions, everything like that automatic, so every team could operate themselves, because I had to beat every team just in case he goes on a different team. But season's almost over. They're still the 5th seed. They only moved up 1 in the power rankings. Alright, so they're gonna end the season still the 5th seed so far. They could win. No, they're still the 5th seed. Cade Cunningham wins MVP, 35 points. Wow. Rookie of the Year, Max Wallace. 6th Man of the Year, DeJounte Murray. DPOY, Wemby. Most Improved Player, Scoot Henderson. Clutch Player of the Year, Trae Young. Coach of the Year, Jason Kidd. And Executive of the Year, Mike McDaniel. Here's All-NBA First Team. Nobody on our team. Oh, here's Chris Paul in All-NBA Second. So, yeah, everything still pretty much stayed the same throughout the rest of the season. And looks like nobody else on our team made it. Anthony Edwards was the MVP last season. Looks like his scoring dropped off a little bit. Anyway, straight to playoffs, and we are going against Toronto in the first round. Alright, none of that matters. Game 1, Wizards win. And Game 2, Toronto wins. Game 3, Wizards win. Game 4, Wizards win. Alright, Denver's gone. And come on. Oh, Toronto wins Game 5? Right, yeah, that's Game 5. So let me see what I did in our last time in the playoffs. So RJ Barrett put Benedict Mathurin on Brandon Ingram. Scotty Barnes, I'll probably put Alex Sarr, and then Jakob Poeltl, I'll put what's that other big they got? Zach Edey. Then Emmanuel Quickly, I'll put. Jalen Wells is a decent defender. Or you know what? We'll put Jalen Wells on RJ Barrett. Yeah. And there we go. Play, simulate. And the defense, I mean, it's not been too much of a big factor. Alright. Toronto held the lead for a good period of time there. And, okay, so it's getting a close game. 4 minutes left. Let me go still. Okay, Wizards up by 3, a minute left. We'll jump in, but I'm not going to play for either team. That's probably loud. I think in my last video I made, the sound was too loud, so I'll turn down this stuff. I'll turn it all down really low. Crowd volume, that's way too high. Player chatter, down. Alright. Then, choose sides, neither. Okay, what is this camera angle? For some reason, it always goes into that camera angle. Alright, Alex Sarr gives it into Chris Paul. That sounds a little loud still. Let me turn this down a little bit more. And, yeah, there. Chris Paul trying to drive inside, takes a mid-range, misses. Colin Murray Boyles rebounds, taking it up the court. Hold on to it, gives it to Lonzo Ball. Who's that other guy setting the screen? Bro's not even facing the right direction. Come on, Lonzo, do something. Ooh, Jamal Sheed, I don't know. Misses a wide open three-pointer. Carl Carrington, I want to say his name. Ooh, Benedict Mathurin, easy inside, left hand, good. Now, Wizards are up by 5. That was actually crazy clutch for Benedict Mathurin. Jamal Sheed takes it up. Who's on him? Is that Carl Carrington? Jalen Wells picks him up. Chris Paul on Lonzo Ball, misses, no good. Chris Paul gets fouled. Oh, he's going to make both of these, watch. I gave Chris Paul, I think it was like a 97 free throw, because he already had a 94 free throw. I think it was something up there in the 90s. So I figured, I'll just up it a little bit. I'll skip all this. Come on, there we go. Chris Paul, he'll probably make both of these, right? Oh, no, they have to foul more. Zach Edey checks it in. Chris Paul gonna get fouled. Wait, so is players on the Raptors fouled out? Because RJ Barrett, let's see, fouls, no. Nobody's fouled out for the Raptors. I guess they just don't have the best lineup in. I don't know, I haven't really checked. Man, quickly, RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Jakob Poeltl, and Scotty Barnes. So yeah, they took Lonzo out and all that. Wizards up by 6. Wizards up by 7 now. Scotty Barnes takes it in. Ingram gives it to Quickly, out to Jakob Poeltl. RJ Barrett back to Quickly, deep 3, no good. Keyshawn George grabs the rebound. And taking it up, gives it to Chris Paul. Gonna probably let the clock run out here. Yep, that's the game. Seem to end. Alright, Wizards wins the series with that one. Raptors are out. We move on to round 2. And we'll face, we'll face New York, the 1 seed. That's, wow, the 1 seed. If they could beat the Knicks, they could honestly go on to win the title. Knicks take game 1. Knicks take game 2. Alright, so I'm at put in the matchups. Jalen Brunson, I'll put Benedict Mathurin, Mikal Bridges, I'll put Keyshawn George, OG Anunoby, Jalen Wells, Cats, I'll put Alex Sarr, and then Josh Hart, put automatic. You know what? No. I'll put Zach Edey. I guess. Okay, simulate game. Knicks are up big. Nope, we're coming back. Yep, they're locking us up, bro. Alright, wait, no, we're coming back. We had the lead for a little bit. Close game. Simulate. Oh, it's still a close game. We were down a good chunk earlier in the game. We're coming back. We're actually up in the 4th quarter. Wow, big comeback. We're gonna win this one. Series 2-1. Simulate with Simcast, I guess. Jalen Brunson. In the last game, who was the main scorer? Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns. What about for us? Alright, so I guess I'll put Zach Edey only had a block. I'll put Alex Sarr. Simulate Simcast matchups. I'll put Benedict Mathurin on him for Mikal Bridges. I'll put Jalen Wells, OG Anunoby. I'll put Bilal Coulibaly, Josh Hart, Zach Edey, I guess, and then Cat. I'll put where is he? Alex Sarr, there he is. Alright, so that's for defense. Simulate game. And we actually had a good lead in the first. We outscored them by 5 in the first quarter. Knicks coming back. Look at the second quarter scoring. They outscored us by 10. But we're coming back now. And down by 4. We're still coming back. 10-point game. Still 10 points. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose this one. Yeah, no check. Oops, I pressed jump in. Oops, dang it. Alright, get out of there. Oh, okay, well now we're down 3-1. I honestly don't know if we'll win this. I don't know if Chris Paul's gonna retire or not this season, but I don't really want to look. You know what if I put, who was the main scorer in the last game? Jalen Brunson, so kind of normal scoring. Simulate, how about I put, do I want Chris Paul? Okay, do I want Chris Paul on Jalen Brunson? Mikal Bridges, I'll put Bilal Coulibaly, OG Anunoby, Auto. I'll put, how about how about I just put I'll just put Alex Sarr and then leave everything else automatic. And we're up. Look at that first quarter scoring. We outscored them big. We might win this game, honestly. But their Knicks are leading now. They're kind of pulling away with it. If we could come back. 8-point game. They went on a run there. We're gonna be eliminated. Yep, that's it. They went on a good run, held us down late in the fourth, and looks like the final is Detroit Pistons and the Mavs. Are the Mavs gonna go back to back? Yes, they will. Wow, with the aging Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. All right, Chris Paul's probably gonna retire. Yep, we're gonna override. Done. You're not retiring, bro. It's too early. Everybody else, we saw James Harden and KD retire. Player progression. Wait, but I wonder, did he stay with the Wizards? No, he did not. He left them. All right, buddy. Let's see where you went. He probably went to go make bags somewhere else. He went to the Warriors. Yeah, because where did Curry go? Did Curry retire? LeBron retired. Wait, I'm not. Oh yeah, Steph Curry did retire. All right. So CP3. Did you guys ever hear that? Chris Paul said that he didn't want to be traded to the Warriors earlier in his career, and then he ended up going to the Warriors later in his career, and then now he's back on the Warriors. So ironic, right? Anyways, I'm trying to switch my team to the Warriors. There they are. Oops, no, that's the Wizards. Warriors roster. All right, Chris Paul, he's gonna be here with Jonathan Kuminga, Podziemski, Jimmy Butler. They got Damian Lillard though. He's coming off a 22-point season with Portland, so I don't know. This could work. Let's look at progression for him. Kuminga goes up 2, Paz goes up 1, Jimmy down 4. Oh wait, this is with all the progression, all that, huh? All right, so let's just go straight to the season. I'll simulate a couple games. Now the only thing here is maybe the Warriors can make a trade for a decent center, because this is Chris Paul's last season, and they really don't have a big. My controller just died. All right, hold on, let me switch it. Well, I'll switch it once I'm done talking. But yeah, the Warriors don't have like a legit big, so maybe they can make an in-season trade. Maybe trade. I don't know. They could honestly trade whatever they want to try and get like a lob threat big. But anyways, I'll go simulate to trade deadline and switch my control line again. And we are the 2nd seed, which is amazing. We're 34-15. And let's take a look at our roster. Chris Paul averaging 22 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1.5 steals, 2.5 turnovers, 57 from the field, 46 from 3. Amazing stuff. 94 from the free throw on only 26 minutes a night, which is again amazing. And okay, so they brought in Bam Adebayo and they got Jonathan. Okay, but Bam Adebayo's not. Okay, he's not really. It says center, but he's more of a power forward, really. What did they trade? Well, oh man, they don't even have Jimmy Butler, so they must have traded him. They got Aaron Wiggins. I think he was here earlier, huh? Yeah. Sadiq Bey. I don't think he was here yet. He got traded. He was in the trade. So they must have gutted the roster. That sounds like, I don't know if I would have ever done a trade where you gut your roster that's already not even, that if you thin out a roster that's already thin and old. You got 37-year-old Damian Lillard and 42-year-old Chris Paul. 30-year-old Bam Adebayo. I honestly don't know if I would have done a trade like that. Looks like he got traded earlier in the season. I probably wouldn't have done something like that. Anyways, wait. So what is Jonathan Kuminga averaging 20 points? Amazing stuff. Dame averaging 18. Aaron Wiggins 8. This guy Chip Doherty. I don't know. Anyways, he's averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds. And if they did make a trade, I guess it's working, but I wonder what they traded Jimmy Butler, period, for Bam Adebayo. I guess Jimmy was at 81 overall. I just don't know if I would have done that personally. gutting your roster because they had Podzemski too. I don't care about the contract extension. They had Podzemski too. I don't know if I would have done what they would have done if I would have done that trade. Podzemski isn't the greatest player, but he's not bad. I mean, he's a good role player. It's just sometimes he'll take bad shots or whatever. Anyways, season's almost over. April, yeah, season's just about wrapped. Let's take a look. I don't think Chris Paul ever won an MVP in his career, did he? I don't know. That was way before I even, really paid attention. Yeah, it doesn't look like he ever won an MVP. I don't think he'll probably not win an MVP. Anyways, Cade Cunningham, 35 points, is the MVP. Rookie of the Year, Connor Meeks. Sixth Man of the Year, DeJounte Murray. DPOY, Wemby. Most Improved, Allen Novak. Wait, he was the guy? So he was just on the Wizards, Allen Novak. I wonder if he was on the Wizards during the time. Clutch Player of the Year, Allen Novak too. Coach of the Year, JB Bickerstaff. Executive of the Year, Monty Dunleavy. So, wow. So, actually, the Pistons were pretty good, but the only unfortunate thing is that they're in the East, and, we'll have to go through them. It doesn't look like Chris Paul made All-NBA at all, period. First, second, or third team. Hold on, let me get back to there. Alright, all defensive first, and Chris Paul's nowhere to be found. Neither is I'm still thinking about the Wizards, bro. Bam Adebayo isn't anywhere here either. That's unfortunate. All rookie, doesn't matter. Anyways, playing tournaments. Okay, come on. It looks like so the Knicks were the 8th seed all of a sudden this year after making it to the conference finals, and we'll be going against that's the Pacers, bro. I'm tweaking. We're going against what team? Are we in the West now? Yeah, we're going against OKC, bro. I thought we were still in the East. I'm tweaking. Anyways, we're going against OKC in round 1. They take game 1. We take game 2. Okay, OKC takes game 3. This is a crucial game 4. Shea will put... Who should we put on Shea? We should put... this is tough. Jonathan Kuminga on Shea. Then on J-Dub, we throw... we could throw... that's tough, man. See, this is why you kind of need your bigs. On Shea, we should put... this is tough. Aaron Wiggins doesn't have bad defense. He's just not the greatest player. J-Dub. Okay, look. Let's put the better defensive player on Shea because it's Shea, bro. Kuminga, and on J-Dub we'll put Aaron Wiggins. And on Chet, we're obviously gonna put Bam Adebayo, and then iHeart will put that one rookie guy, Doherty, because he's a big, and then everybody else is fine. Simulate game. Alright, we're coming back. We were down a little the first, now we're losing badly again, and we came back. Wow, this team it's going back and forth, and we're up big, but we came up from being down, so same could happen the other way around, and it looks like we're probably gonna win this game. Yep, we win game 4, so whoever wins this next game will probably win the series, and we win it. Well, okay, and come on. Oh, we win the series. All right, so we move on to round 2 to face either San Antonio or Houston, and we're going against San Antonio. Of course we are. Come on. We just can't. I don't know. Chris Paul, why is he down to a 98? Hold on. Let me put him back up to a 99. Attributes. I'll throw his layup a little bit higher. Mid-range, 3 points. Free throw, ball handle. What about his pass IQ? That should be at a 99. Pass act should be a 99. Easy. He probably hit some in-season flukes or whatever. Anyways, 3 seed going against the 2 seed. We lose game 1. We take game 2. We take game 3. This is a big game 4. We take game 4. We're actually sweeping through the Spurs, and right as I say that, we lose a game 5. Pistons are out, so that means we want to face them. Okay, so I don't know. Everybody else can be auto, but I know on Wemby, I want Bam Adebayo. I know Wemby, I think Wemby posted Bam earlier in the season, but that doesn't matter right now. De'Aaron Fox, and we'll put all that on auto. We'll simulate this game. Hopefully we get a jumping game here, and it's really close right now. The Spurs are pulling away. We're coming back. Come on, man. We gotta win this. Win Chris Paul ring. This is our last. This is our last chance. Looks like we're gonna win it. We win by 5. We beat them. We're going against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Come on, Minnesota Timberwolves is my favorite team. Now's not the time to beat us. We take game 1. They take game 2. Wolves take game 3. Big game 4 coming up. I mean, Rob, Ants. Honestly, on Ants, we probably want Jonathan Kuminga, and then they don't have Rudy Gobert anymore, or what? Looks like they traded him, but what do they trade him for? They got Keon Ellis and Emmanuel Quickly. So yeah, they just traded him for chips, potato chips. Wow. Rob Dillingham. We'll throw Chris Paul on Rob Dillingham, someone that Chris Paul could actually guard. Yeah. All right. Everybody else can be auto, fastest. And Wolves are up big, but we actually outscored them in the first quarter, and it's a very close game so far. Maybe we'll get a little bit of hop-in action. And Warriors, yeah, we're just staying close. Wolves are staying close with us too, but nobody's pulling away. Oh, it actually went to overtime. Okay, hold on, let me slow it down. We have not that much time left. We're down by 3. We're gonna jump in. I'm not gonna play because this isn't like a rebuild or anything. This is just a simulation. Come on, what's up with this camera angle, man? Oops. No. Nobody watches that Simcast Live, bro. That thing is so awkward. Anyways, camera angle. Oh, I don't even have to do anything. I just have to go to it. Anyways, Wolves possession. Whatever we do, do not foul. Ooh, open bucket. Juan Berger gets it in there. Okay, let me turn down the crowd volume. It sounds loud. I could hear it in my earbud. Let me see. Crowd volume. Throw PA volume commentary. Throw that up a little bit. It's still kind of loud. I don't know. Let me see. Let me turn it. I'll just turn all this down and still. All right, crowd. That crowd volume is so loud though. Maybe it's just I have my earbud on a high volume. You know, now it sounds boring without the crowd volume, man. Alright, I'll just put it on 5. Done. Damian Lillard trying to work on Emmanuel Quickly. He's at the 3-point line. Is Chris Paul fouled out or something? Because if he is, we might be cooked. Anthony Edwards having a game for himself. Nobody on the Wolves is fouled out. Nope. What about for us? And ooh, Damian Lillard 4 fouls. Will Richard 5 fouls. Will Richard's not a bad player, bro. Chris Paul, how many fouls does he have? 2 fouls. Alright, Damian Lillard, don't get a foul. Don't foul Dame. And why don't we have not Anthony Edwards. Why don't we have... Come on! What is happening? Hold on, let me make subs. I know I'm pausing it a lot, but... Can I make subs? No, I had to go here. Then I could go to game plan. So, okay, so they're throwing Chris Paul in. We want Damian for Will Richard. Aaron Wiggins. Do we have anybody else? How about this guy? We'll just have a big bench. Alright. Yeah, this looks good. Continue. Come on, don't force up a shot. What is... Oh, it's because I was in. Dang it, that's kind of on me, bro. That's my fault. Dang it. Oh, that's so on me. Come on. Alright, don't foul. Anthony Edwards is going to take it up. Okay, Anthony Edwards trying... Oh, they get the switch. Bam Adebayo on Ants. Gives it to Julius Randle. Is that Will Richard? Oh, spin move. Makes it. Dang it. If Minnesota wins, then we'd be down 3-1. Chris Paul takes it up, trying to work on... Not really work on Rob Dillingham, because Oh, he had a look there. Oh, gives it to Will Richard. Doesn't shoot it. Chris Paul, three-pointer. It's good. Clutch three-pointer, down by 4. 54 seconds to go. Anthony Edwards takes it up the court. Wow, what a three for Chris Paul. Jonathan Kuminga trying to guard up. Nope. Anthony Edwards left-hand layup. Good. Jonathan Kuminga gives it to Chris Paul. Chris Paul working inside, trying to work his way inside. Ooh, gets blocked by Juan Berenjay. What a bad shot. I mean, no Paul George. Shout out Paul George, but oh, he could have given it to Jaden McDaniels. Juan Berenjay is probably the right person to foul. Anyways, Chris Paul, why would you go in for that? Like, you know you need a 3. Why would you go in for a 2-pointer? And you know, even if you hit a 3, you still have to foul it. That was just dumb. Anyways, Juan Berenjay misses the first, makes the second. Bam Adebayo gives it to Chris Paul. Come on, run it up. Run, run, run. Hurry, hurry, hurry. No, neither teams have a timeout. Oh, three-pointer. Pump fake. Takes a shot. Misses. That's probably the ball game, bro. Rob Dillingham trying to work on Chris Paul. Takes it inside. Walks backwards. Yeah, that's game. Sim to end. That's game, bro. Chris Paul, why? I'm not blaming him, but why would you go in for a layup, bro? We're trying to win you a championship, and you're out here getting blocked by Juan Berenjay, bro. Simulate with Simcast. I mean, Juan Berenjay, I like him. I think he was a good pick. But, you know, on draft night, I was so mad that we didn't take, what's even his name anymore? I was so mad that we did not take, that we didn't, it doesn't even matter, bro. Anyways, Anthony Edwards. Who do we want to guard him? I guess we'll put Kuminga on him. But Kuminga, you were getting cooked in the 4th. You got scored on twice in a minute. Julius Randle will throw. I guess we'll throw Bam Adebayo on him. Anyway, simulating game and still a close game. Nope, not at all. Wolves are pulling away, bro. We're down 16. We're not coming back. Or at least right now, we're not coming back. All right, down 9. We actually are coming back. Hold on. It's a work in progress, but we're coming back. We're crawling back. Down 8. Okay, we went on a little run. We're down 7. Ah, come on. That's the game. Box score. Nobody. Chris Paul, what's up? 11 assists, but come on. Kuminga and Lillard score that regularly. I'm not really blaming this on Chris Paul, but you should have scored more. And then for the Wolves, you know, they just had a decent game. I guess a regular game. Oops, I didn't mean to click jump in. Hold on, let me hit a 3 real quick. Imagine I like come back and win the game. No, I'm just kidding. 43 seconds isn't enough time to do that, bro. Bam Adebayo and all you guys. This entire video, I've just seen you guys getting cooked on defense. This was a home court game too, and we missed. And we lose. Ooh, Bam! How did you not grab that, bro? You actually getting fried out here. Come on. Yeah, we're just getting cooked, bro. Even I'm getting cooked. Yeah, we're cooked, bro. I don't know, I don't know really what happened. Anyways, Chris Paul, we couldn't win your championship. Looks like the Wizards could make the finals. And yeah, they do. It's Wizards versus Wolves finals. Just Chris Paul being there, and the very next season they make it to finals, but it's not enough. Anthony Edwards finals MVP. Although the Wizards did push him to a game 7. Chris Paul, goodbye, GG's, bro. We try to win you a championship. First, you wasted your first year with Orlando. Yeah, first you go to Orlando, then you go to Washington. Then I don't think Golden State was a bad choice. It's just, bro, you were chasing that bag, man. Like, I guess, if you take a look at the rosters, bro, you could have definitely went to a better place. Like, if you went to the Thunder, that wouldn't have been bad. If you went, the Spurs wouldn't have been bad, but they already have a ton of guards. I don't think the Rockets would have been bad. You could have went back with, not go back with, but you could have been on. You could have been with KD for a season. Then the Pistons probably wouldn't have been bad, lobbing it up to Jalen Duren. But still, season's over. Season's over. Chris Paul, we couldn't I kind of wanted to win him a championship. That's not what the purpose of the video was, but as you just watch, it did not happen. Like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.